You're listening to a Saturday night gaming podcast, The Great War, run by Tony Stevens. Hope you enjoy.
Fisted it true.
All right, welcome back. This is Tony Stevens presenting to you a thrilling episode of The Great War, a Terra Prime story brought to you by Heavenscape, Saturday Night Gaming, and all that other great jazz. We're going to go around the table tonight and do something a little bit special. We're going to have everybody introduce themselves, their character, and also narrate one of their favorite moments from this campaign. Once we finish that up, then we will go ahead and get started on this, the finale of the Great War. So we'll go ahead and start at my right, as not to put any undue pressure on the person to my left.
I'm Dan.
That's correct. You got that right. You win an extra point.
I had to think about that.
Yeah,
for a
XP
second.
for you for remembering your name.
He gets extra points for that?
Yes.
Nice.
It's hard for him to remember who he is, but his character he'll remember.
I was going to say who he is or
My
who his
character
is.
is Patrick Danielson, and he is better known as Breaker.
Is he though?
I think so.
We've tried to push it a few times, but mostly it's just Patty.
Yeah, say.
Well, there's that. But
I forget
his
all
call
the
sign
time
is
and
Breaker.
just call you Dan. You know, this
His
is what I
last
think.
name is Danielson.
We should
So
implement a thing
by the military rules, you're doing it correctly as a U.S. military person.
that
Call
I
by
love
last
it.
name.
Always just make your last name Dan so that I can do that.
Next character,
I
Kevin
think we
Dan.
should take a page out of this. You can only say the role play names while you're in role play, or you get like negative XP.
Yeah. You call him Dan again, I'm taking
Well, not
XP away
tonight,
from
but
him.
like maybe next game.
Maybe next time.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like it's a because that encourages more role play.
Sure. I
Or-
love roleplay.
Yeah, I think negative XP makes sense.
Well, let's go ahead and go with that, though. What was one of your favorite moments? Being
Well-
Patty, the Breaker, Danielson.
I really enjoyed the opportunity to get to meet Rasputin before we actually got here.
Yeah, we're so glad you did that.
And
It
I-
wasn't stressful at all.
I'm very proud of how explosively that meeting went. He seems to remember me well. And I'm glad to have left a memorable impression.
He remembers you well, but not fondly.
Hey, that's what matters. No press is bad press.
All right, and you, sir, with the beard and the beautiful mustache.
I remember that my character's name
Do you remember your name first?
is John.
Your character's name is John McClay.
Yeah.
Now, who are you playing outside of that in this game?
Animus Thanatos.
All let's just say is it's Gaston.
Bro.
Come on, bro.
Also known as Gaston, he is the gas man.
He is French.
He's
It
French.
is French.
And his favorite moment is when he poisoned that family's food.
Isn't that like the first
I'm gonna search
section?
this. And
It was an accident. It was an accident.
Why is that your favorite
That
moment?
was
Accidentally on purpose.
that was a few episodes ago. Yeah.
Jesus.
I know. I just listened to that the other day. It's like I'm going to search their stuff. Are you going to search the people? Well, and then you started just like, oh God, no.
Yeah, I could have killed them accidentally.
Well, what was even funnier was after you poisoned their food, you started offering them rations, and they said, "Do you carry rations?" And you said, "No, of course not. I'm made of gas. Why would I have rations?"
So they were
And
there
Jessica said,
poisoning
"So wait,
food.
you're just offering our rations?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's the right thing to do."
I poisoned all their food.
I'm gonna start with my favorite Hydro and Gaston moment
Oh boy.
together, which was when they became one with the snow.
Yeah.
and they both failed their roll, I think, maybe.
And then you get to dig us out.
Gaston was trying to poison this base, and he failed his roll, so he was like dissipating into the snow. And then Hydra tries to go save him, and then I think you failed your roll, and
Yep.
then you also became one with the snow
Except I'm
because you're
breaking.
made of water.
I'm breaking.
So there was
About
just
my grandson.
greenish yellow snow.
You're thinking about my grandson.
Yeah, I don't even know how we rescued you from that.
Oh, y'all dug us out.
We just grabbed a pile of snow and hoped we got it all.
Yeah.
All right, and what's your name?
My name is Jessica. My character is Katya, and I am pretty badass most of the time. And my favorite moment is two of them. I have two of them. The first one is the first time a bullet bounced off my eyeball, because that was pretty cool. It got a little old because it happened in every game after that.
That's your superpower, is armor-plated eyeballs.
And let's see, my actual favorite moment is when I stole Takeshi's sword. That was hilarious. He was so mad at me.
You've been best friends ever since.
He's been following me around with this sort of like puppy dog look on his face since then. What's up with that?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Oh, Takeshi.
All right. And you with the amazing hair.
I'm Laura, and I play Ellie, and I don't have a favorite.
You have to have
Oh,
a favorite
please.
moment.
Well, man, it doesn't have to be something you did. It can be something somebody else did.
I don't know.
Just saying when Gaston did whatever.
When Gaston was being ripped apart by those giant mechs and almost dying. When Gaston went under the door in the middle of the battle.
But
Does
the
he hear
entire
all this?
team
Yeah.
almost died,
Both of
and you
them
never got
died.
hurt.
You told me to do that. You're like,
I didn't tell you to do
When
that.
Breaker teleported away to Rasputin and have some
That was-
tea or some shit.
That was really good. Yeah. I left some grenade pins on the floor.
They were-
Breaker went to hell, and nobody knew about it, and he came back.
They were
Don't
all
worry
really
about it, I
good
got a
moments. I
sidekick out
can't
of
pick a
that.
favorite.
You have to
So
pick
this
a favorite.
campaign's just your favorite moment?
Yeah.
You're welcome. I'm glad I was here to entertain. All right. Well, then we'll just go ahead and get started with no further. Well, hey, you know what? Introduce yourself as the watcher and tell us what your favorite moment has been sitting in on the game.
My name's Chuck, and I'm the Peanut Gallery. And my favorite moment was listening to Gaston disappear because he was like thought he was going to become king with Rasputin.
Yes. So that's what I was told to do.
oh,
Yeah,
God.
10 minutes
I was-
before the
I was
battle
told-
started, I did mention that maybe we should go under the door. You're right.
Yeah, and so.
See, y'all still don't know
We
where
weren't
he
actually
is.
in the moment.
Y'all still don't
But
know
the fact,
where he
but,
is.
but my favorite part is the fact that not only did he go under the door, he had delusions of grandeur that not only was he going to go under the door, he was going to become king with Rasputin.
Oh my God.
This is the throne room. I'm going to go hang out in there.
Classic.
I mean, that's where kings hang out.
Classic Gaston. I don't know. I also have
You
like
don't know what
pretty
happened.
much
It's courtly love.
every time Gaston runs into battle like this, that is like one of my favorite moments.
Yeah.
Wacky inflatable arm too big.
Yes.
Yep.
He also does like a Zoidberg.
All right, no further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So, as you remember at the end of last session, you found Rasputin, but Rasputin was not what he appeared to be. You find out that his body has actually just been a meat puppet for a demonic entity for years.
Serves you right.
Yeah. Take that, the mad monk.
Wait, so which death made him turn into the demonic entity?
Probably the drowning.
That
I thought the drawn quartering maybe.
But we,
It wasn't
as,
the castration.
as players though, we don't know anything about Larza, so like we don't.
Well, we do know that Larza said, "Ah, it's been me all along."
Yes, we do know it's been him all along, but
That was
we
a
don't
direct
know.
quote, I believe.
Yeah.
I wrote that down in my notes.
Maybe in one of his lives.
Hurry, let's go down the road, down the void spiral road.
In one of his lives, his name was Agatha.
Oh, yeah. Well, yes, I'll take it.
And you can just flag that.
That would be actually fun. All right. So, As you walked in, you saw him gradually transforming, the human flesh peeling away, and the image that you see that remains is someone of more dark-colored midnight blue flesh with obsidian crystals growing from it, star-like eyes, and he has basically told you that he is Larza, the Chaos King, son of T'Chillik. So right now, what you're witnessing is the throne in the middle of his grand citadel, Rasputin's citadel. This throne room with the throne actually sitting in the middle of it. There are these obsidian crystals that are actually growing and cracking out from the ground. The concrete and the stonework is actually splitting apart. The black crystals are actually growing forth, and more of that void lightning that you've been so fond of seeing that Stormfront here has been using to kill people with is actually seeming to be generated in those black crystals and expanding outward from them, almost like a Tesla ball, right?
Oh boy.
So you see him, he's still monologuing at you, just so you're aware. You thought your world was safe. That loving God stood watch over you. You know nothing of what was sealed away beyond the veil. The madness, the chaos were not cast into Sheol by brute force. There was an accord. The goddess, the pale warden of the mortal realms, she offered my father a bargain. He ceased his devouring rampage if he accepted his chains. She would feed him the most reviled and give him dominion over the void. So we were bound, the madness and his children, chained not by power but by celestial law, by decree. The goddess made a mistake, though. She never thought I would find a loophole. The raging soul of a demigod, the burning blade, the empty shell of a mad monk, and the countless souls sacrificed. Now I summon him, and by calling him forth, the contract is null and void. The covenant shatters. All the dark souls of the void will be free. I will finally be free.
I want you to know, out of respect for you and your acting ability, I didn't say anything, but if this were like for real, I would have interrupted his long monologue with like.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
If
yeah.
this was
We're
Cat
not good
Dennison,
Power
you
Rangers
would have just
villain.
been so annoying doing that. That would be
Yeah.
bad.
So you're welcome. I respect your acting ability.
I mean, given that he's got like a whole lot of godly power going on, that probably wouldn't have been a good idea.
Doesn't matter. I would have.
Where am I? Am I just missed? on
Where
the floor?
are
I must be
you?
missed on the
So
floor.
you're in the Great Chamber,
Is this episode titled "Missed on the Floor"?
and as you
Titled
maybe
Where's Gaston?
where is Gaston?
That's
Where in the
that's too on
world
the nose.
is-
You will find out
Gaston?
soon. So, as he finishes saying this and says that he will be free, you notice as those crystals continue to grow and break the ground apart, the great chamber shakes as the portal behind Larza widens beyond comprehension. The very walls of reality peel away, revealing an infinite swirling chasm of stars, shadows, and storms of violet energy. Rivers of void lightning crackle from the portal's edge and into the sky, splitting the battlefield in blinding flashes. The very earth beneath your feet fractures, and you find yourself suspended on floating platforms of broken stone and metallic debris.
Oh, it's like a video game.
There, in the darkness, something impossible begins to take shape. Towering and massive are understatements. Black tendrils whip about wildly from its obsidian flesh. Mouths that whisper in countless languages all at once, screaming in anger and curses. An endless cascade of... That was perfect. An endless cascade of red and gold eyes open across its flesh, looking directly into your soul. The madness has come. T'Chillik awakens. So, here you are, scene set. You're floating in the void on top of
Who's on my floating
loose
rock with me?
debris.
Are we all on the same rock?
Currently, you, Katya, Ellie, Stormfront, and Patty, the Breaker, are on one rock.
Nice.
About 35 clicks away,
Clicks.
there is a gaseous cloud floating on another rock. Hoping that he can survive all of his con saves until he can get into his suit that Katya has.
Yeah, you have my suit.
You look around trying to find Hawk and see him nowhere. Where was your ally? No one knows.
No one knows.
Nobody.
Where are the rest of the teams? Katya screams. Where are they to help us now when we need them most?
Right? What are they doing out there?
So, we'll find out what's going to happen.
I think that's where Hawk went.
He might be with the other teams, who knows? Alright, so you see this massive, to say giant would be to call him dwarven, and he does not like that. This is a massive entity that stands before you.
Do we really care what he likes? Oh, I think.
We don't really
I can
know.
see your picture picture like if you want. Yeah, pretty much. I got one. Yeah, you think?
Just so many tentacles with mouths on them.
Okay, so how far away is Gaston? Can I, like, with my super strongness, throw his suit at him?
How is he going to catch it?
I'm gonna aim really well and land it on his rock.
Okay, so
And
you're just
then
going
he
to
can-
toss it on
Well,
the rock.
Then you can swim.
I narrated to him where he was so that he would be aware.
You
No,
guys
You
you
would like-
said we see a gaseous cloud.
Do you?
You did. You said in
As
the
viewers,
see.
yes.
Okay.
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 Ah, that's very fair. You are trying to bind me by a contract of precedent, and I am saying nay to you. That is
You said
absurd.
about 30 clicks away you see a gaseous cloud.
Right, the viewers.
You
do.
as in the viewer.
The people
You as
who
in
are
us.
watching our show. You as a person do not.
can
I don't
see
think
nothing.
that you, Katya, who have taken so many bullets to the eyes, can see 35 clicks away. That
I
would
can only
be
see 20 clicks away.
That
not
would be
I don't even
35.
know what a click is.
Clicks.
She doesn't know.
that is a long way away.
Somebody give me some sailing.
All right. So,
Gonna need to put in my special contacts.
however, we will start with Gaston.
Gaston!
Gaston, go ahead and give me an energy roll to see if
I
you
need
can
my dice.
maintain yourself and your consistency.
I have backup dice. Hold on.
Don't use those, no.
I'm using backup dice.
Oh my god, you
Digital?
suck at rolling those.
The digital dice are so
Please
bad to
don't.
you.
Dice.
Oh my
Here.
god.
That was not my roll. That was just the initial.
Here, this whole bag is full of.
Please use real
I
dice.
have
I brought
dice.
back
I
up.
just,
Okay,
I
please.
got
This
dice.
whole
We
bag.
all love you.
Use your math
Live.
rocks. The digital dice always scream
They
so
always
hard.
make you
Okay.
Use the click
But
clacks.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll the real dice.
You even have a cool sack that you
I
keep your
do.
number rocks in.
This costs $35, I think.
Well,
That
that's
was-
expensive.
Do I need to
But
pass
you
The
like the
girl-
person you
the
like.
girl was
tray over
pretty.
there?
No, I just feel bad for people because they're like looking like please buy something. I'm like, all
You
right,
said
I'll-
she was pretty, but lying.
I might have
Yeah,
been
you did.
projecting that. I'm just lonely.
She might not have actually been pretty.
Yeah, I got loneliness goggles on. Everyone's
Those
pretty
make
to me.
everybody look better.
Yeah. All right, here we go. And I'm gonna roll this just to see how wrong you guys are or how right you are.
Yeah.
All right, so that's horrible. Let's see what I would have gotten. Well, a little bit better. All right.
What is that?
Add that to your energy.
What did you roll? I
And
can't
He
read
rolled
your dice.
4 on the
I rolled a
dice.
4.
Plus your energy.
My energy is a 3.
So you rolled a 7.
Am I dead?
You are maintaining yourself.
Okay, I'm keeping
You're
it
not.
together.
But you're going to have to keep on maintaining yourself from here on until you can get to your
Keep
suit.
it together, keep it together, keep it together. Kit.
Now, we will start off with everybody rolling either a dexterity or constitution roll. So
Whichever one we
your
want.
speed or your durability. One or the other, that is what you need to roll now, including Gaston.
So I'm going to use the digital dice for this one. And we'll see what we roll here. Keeping in mind that that is not the roll, because I didn't touch it. It's just an
It's
initial
just when you set it
initialization.
down, I know.
But it should have been the roll.
It's the same as that. Please use that. Oh my
Let's see
god.
what it would have been. Much better. Okay.
See? Please use
We're
it.
looking at country math, right?
Every
So,
time.
am I adding energy to that?
Yeah. No, you're adding either speed
Speed
Or durability.
or durability.
Durability. Oh no. I got a 5 at tops.
9.
That's not my real roll. That's the fake roll.
Yeah, we're not going to count your digital dice.
No, it's digital dice. This is for real. This is the one I was like, this is where
This
it's
is
going.
what you want to go with for the entire game.
To be have integrity. I have to accept.
Okay,
Am
so
I
4 plus what?
1.
1.
All right, and what did you get?
I got an 8.
That's really good.
Got
Can I
an
have
8,
some of those?
and-
Oh, 7, sorry. I got
Yeah,
this one.
if you accepted the real dice, you're
7, Katya?
9.
And you got like freaking amazing. All right, so as the dark god emerges from the depths of this vacuous place, his tendrils lash out. As they do, they slam into the floating debris, causing all of the debris to move about, basically flying and soaring into each other, crashing. You see in two different stone walkways crash into each other and burst apart. As this occurs, Stormfront's like, oh, screw this. This is like trying to jump across the lily pads back home in the lake.
Why is she sassy, Mr. Sinister?
I don't.
He doesn't know how to do country without a sass.
Well, then tell her what to say. She
Little
said
country
that's true.
sass. She just starts running and jumping and moving from one exploding
She's a sassy
platform to
sinner.
another, maintaining herself the whole time. However, Katya and Patty, as this occurs, some of the debris actually blasts up, hitting you, and as you're cast out into different directions, you are basically prone at this point, just holding on to the ledge of this platform as it's soaring through. Gaston,
Gaston.
your gaseousness is blown right off the platform
Oh.
and starts floating
Did she
into
say
nothing.
we?
I'm floating out into space.
Yes, and as you are floating out into space, you actually see a form appear next to you.
Ooh.
As that form appears, you notice the first thing, it's got your suit.
It's me.
Give me my suit.
And as you look up to see who's holding it,
Yeah.
Me.
it's Larza.
The fuck?
Larsa.
I hadn't
Here, I thought you needed this.
They
That
got
crazy
blown.
girl is holding on to it, and you would have died without it. Go ahead and put yourself inside.
All right.
And he teleports you right back over to a platform
Yeah.
and says, just remember, you owe me one. He slaps you
not
on the
good.
side of your glass dome.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say on my butt.
So you don't have a butt.
I know I'm gas.
So basically,
I can make my butt whatever.
basically,
So you slap me on my butt.
Larsa is cute.
Larsa is cute.
Think about it.
Uh-oh. All right, so there you go. Now, starting off at the top of the turn, here we go.
Do I have a suit now?
Yes.
You have your
just
suit
got
now.
inside
Oh,
of it.
cool. Yeah, I got my little like knife and gun.
Yes.
It's your
You're
suit.
back to normal.
Larsa gave it to you.
Thank you, Larsa.
Such a nice guy.
Larsa.
Hold on. Speaking of back to normal, we
Yeah.
all still have our damage,
Oh.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
because we literally just walked in here from the last fight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and pull myself back up onto the ledge,
Uh-huh.
unless there's another ledge close by that I can get onto easier. Like, is there one floating
Just make a
underneath?
strength to try and pull yourself up on the ledge.
He's asking if there's one floating underneath him that he could just fall onto.
Drop down to.
I answered it.
Should be fine. Okay, so that's a 10 on the dice, so 8.
You're able to pull yourself up onto the ledge, and
Awesome.
we'll start your turn.
I will try to. I'm trying to remember the water healing. Do I actually. Like, am I doing that just out of my own body? Basically, reshaping myself to heal.
Like, are you asking if you need a source of water to heal from, or?
I know
I'm trying to
that you've
remember.
sucked
The
from people.
dehydration drain is different.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Slowly recover from injuries by reintegrating water into my form. So yes, I do need water to actually pull for that as well. It's just I don't have to do it from specifically people now.
Right.
Is there water in this area?
So,
Or do I need to
in a
use
throne
dehydration?
room, there would be things like washing bowls and things to drink,
Okay.
all sorts of stuff. And in space, in the void, there would be things like floating debris, which could be made out of frozen rock or frozen water, basically.
Excellent.
So yes, you could
I
roll depending on how well it goes. There could be water around you.
I will roll to try and reach out to the water that may or may not be around me so that I can heal. Okay, that's 5 on the dice. +1 -1 is 5.
You try to absorb water and you're not finding any right now.
Okay.
Basically, you're reaching out and you're realizing you're just in vacuous space right now.
Yep. Sounds right.
All
So
right.
you see me basically kneeling on the rock, trying to.
Straining
Yeah.
because you are very hurt.
I.
And this is huge. What you're going into is huge. All right.
Gonna be.
Gaston, how's your health, by the way?
According to this sheet,
He's actually pretty good. 'Cause
I have a bruise.
Oh,
You just have a bruise?
Yeah.
all right. What is your move for this turn? You have been
a suit.
put back on a platform with Patty and Kai.
before he moves, can I use my edge to go ahead and try to re-roll that?
To heal?
Yeah.
I don't care if you use your edge right away.
I feel like if I take another hit,
I told you that you would get an edge and you would use it immediately.
even better.
It's the second roll.
Can I give him my end?
What
He
did you,
starts
did you roll
leaking.
snake eyes?
He starts leaking.
I
He's
rolled snake.
I
actually
didn't hear
like
you say neat.
water
I
is
said even better.
his consistency is actually starting to break apart as his water is actually like he's losing physical form.
Oh my god. We all die. This is gonna be a really short session.
Don't worry, if I die, I drop all of my grenades.
TPK.
All right, Gaston, what would you do in this moment?
What did I do? I think
I
it's
still
something.
don't have edge anymore.
I think it's something clever.
Oh, you're back in your suit. You think Lars is your BFF.
Lars is pretty
And he-
cool.
And you owe him one.
I don't. People don't dictate to me what I owe them.
Okay. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
There's someone from some other dimension saying something, but then
But then you ignore it,
Yeah.
and you just do whatever Gaston would do anyway.
Gaston.
You see him starting to like fall apart and leak.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You
try.
see her holding onto a ledge.
I want to try and like. Can I? Oh, you're holding onto a ledge. Let me
Yeah,
just pick you up.
dangling.
Yeah.
So you're gonna just lift her?
Well, I'm gonna be first of all. I don't want to presume like that
Why
she
don't you ask
doesn't
me?
want
Hello,
to
do
be.
you need help?
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
Do you consent to help?
You consent to help?
I love this consensual Gaston. Yes, I would love
Alright.
it.
All right, that's not a super hard action. So
I will pull you
since
up.
the two of you are working together, there's no need to roll for it.
My strength is
Yeah, but she's helping you with hers.
-1.
I know.
Okay.
But since two people are actually working on just getting
Okay.
her onto the ledge, it's not that hard.
It's really hard to lift someone off of a ledge. Have you ever tried
Without
to?
their help.
Even with their help.
Well, she's super strong.
I
Yeah.
am.
Okay. Well, she probably
She
doesn't
probably
need-
didn't even need your
need my
help, but it was nice
It's
of
my encouragement.
So
You can
you'll
do
still
it.
get to make a
It
turn.
made you feel important. That's
All right. My turn. What should we do?
We should.
Turn to leadership.
We should assess the fuck out of this situation because what the hell is going on right now for real? And
Oh.
where is Heinrich when we need him to be crazy?
Well, we're not being attacked right now, though, right?
Yeah, you got attacked.
We're
The
floating
tendrils
on
whipping around.
rocks.
No one's
There's a
attacked me.
demon thing with tendrils everywhere.
He's just mind his own business.
He's not though. He's literally
You got
knocked me off
thrown
a
into the
rock.
vacuousness of space.
by this demon.
That was an accident, I'm sure.
Okay, so
You
the
can
point
ask him
is,
who hurt him later.
the
but-
demon is there, and we need to attack him, or defeat him, or run away. One or the other.
Well,
Brave Sir Robin.
Sir Robin.
He ran away.
Gaston Dubois, he ran away.
no, that's not me. I didn't.
No, it might be us. If I don't know, we just need to assess the situation.
All right.
Like, do you have the ability to...
Wait, I do. I forget I have abilities.
Do it.
God's always talking to you.
I have environment advantage. I could like look around
Perfect. Do
and see
that.
what would be the best place to.
Yes, we need that because
be
this
to
environment
attack
is
from.
hella crazy, y'all.
Yeah,
Wicked crazy.
that floating rock over there might be advantageous.
There's like void all around us and
Oh, I also have instant
tentacle
combat
monster
analysis.
over there.
I am like a genius.
If you
So-
used it, yeah.
So it's because I'm French.
Frosh.
So
The
like,
French are actually combat geniuses.
so what I could do is I could either get a good lay of the land strategically, or I could figure out his method of attack and avoid it, a strategy to avoid it.
Just roll and see how well you do.
Okay, good idea. But
Wait,
they're two
pick
separate
one. Yeah,
abilities.
they're two separate abilities.
Oh,
guys.
which one is less points for you to do?
The instant combat
Let's
analysis.
do that.
That's simple, so it's no penalty. The other one's only -1.
Okay, well, let's do the no penalty one first and just
All right,
get
here
a
we
lay
go.
of the land.
I'm using the wheel dice.
No, he's doing combat.
I
analysis.
understand. The lay of the land is metaphorical.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's 5 plus 3,
Which makes 8.
which is 8. And intelligence, I guess, is what this is on.
Mhm.
It's a 2. So I am way smarter than the average person with a 2.
You're definitely smarter than me. Mine's a 0.
And that's average. That's just average. You got a IQ of like 100.
Yeah, like a
Mine's-
0 is actually like a regular smart person.
Yeah. Instant combat analysis, go.
Alright, so you said you had an 8 or a 10?
8 plus 2,
An 8
so that's
plus
10.
10.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so you realize that at the magnitude that this creature is before you, that he's going to be slow moving in comparison to you. You realize that some of the best places that you could be to attack him would actually be on him.
On him. Okay.
He's that large.
Is he that big?
He's that big.
You know, something else occurred to me. I'm gas.
You are also gas.
Sounds also
Um,
occurred
Well,
to us.
I could separate into multiple gas clouds because I'm just gas. And you could can you separate
He
yourself?
is separating, yes, right
Yes, I
now,
am
uncontrollably.
But we could attack from multiple vantage points.
I can
So
only
yes,
turn
you
into a
realize
different
that
form.
having multiple people attacking him while on him, the fact that he's slow moving and you can move at more speed
Yeah.
is your
The
advantage.
speed of gas.
Because he still only has one mind, even though he has many mouths.
Speak all the languages, all the worlds.
Oh, I love his plan. Let's
I
do
love it too.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So what are we doing?
He tells you that the best way to attack this thing is
Is
to
to
be
get
on
on it.
him, to move fast,
Let's
and
do
to
it.
have all of your numbers at full health.
Oh, wait, we
How
don't have
are we
that.
going to do that? We don't have any way to heal.
Have a bruise.
I know a person.
I have no way to heal.
I am injured.
I'm gonna send Shadowfang.
Wait till you hear. I like it when y'all look at your sheets and remember what the hell y'all got going on. All right then. So Katya, go ahead. What are you going to do with this
Do
information?
we have Takeshi here or is it just us?
It's just y'all.
Because wasn't he with us in the other room?
He was, but he and Hawk are missing.
It's almost like they went to go get backup.
Presumed dead.
Oh, classic Takeshi. This guy's useless. I mean, I guess we gotta get close to somebody who can heal us. Who can heal us?
Oh. Nimue could.
Okay, where's that person?
She's outside.
Exactly. So
In the
what are
real
we gonna
world.
actually do?
They're all stuck in the void right now. So
See, can I ignite myself? Or do I need...
Also
like,
have another contact, but
I don't think I can.
your soldier is saying, "Don't worry about me. I'll worry about healing myself. Figure out what to do about this."
Me? Am I saying that?
That's what he's saying to
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
I just have a
But
bruise.
you just hold on. I'm just confused. You said we all need to be at full health.
That was the information that he gained. He's telling you that he can heal himself. Don't worry about him. Take care of the fight.
Yeah.
This is what's
Okay.
happening right now.
But we're not at full health.
How are you doing?
One more hit and I'm injured.
Yeah.
So you have 2 bruises.
2 bruises?
Yeah.
That's nothing. You got bruises.
I mean, I agree, but like, literally, you just gave us advice that we should heal, but I don't have any way to do
Well, the reason I said that was because it's going to be a tough fight, and we need all the health we got.
that. Right.
You don't want to
love
go
all
up
the
against the
health.
Joker with 2 little hearts, or like I don't think the hearts in that game. They're like 2 little like levels. You want like 20.
I would love that.
But you're gonna have to run right up to them and
with
just
your
start
vast
punching them.
intelligence, do you have any idea how we could get more of that
More
health?
More
health.
hearts.
You have to visit one of those fairy ponds.
I feel like you might be getting stuck on a cyclical no answer here.
I think you just should have health in general.
I have some in general.
That
Yeah.
is
Well, then,
one of
you have a
the
potion?
blessings in life.
No, I have some, meaning I'm not dead yet.
Oh, well.
Boss battle is about to continue if you can't figure out what you're
He's
going
gonna
to do.
attack us with his tendrils.
I guess I can heal, and I don't have any way to heal, so I guess
Okay.
we just get closer to him.
Alright, so do you want to roll to
I'm
move
gonna try and
on
get
to
inside.
him, or...
You're gonna try to do what now?
I'm gonna get inside him
Okay, I
How are
heard
you
that
gonna
right.
do that?
with my gas. I'm gonna gas him.
This isn't the first time this has happened.
At least we're not in Sheol, and he's not making love to a fire golem.
He's
This
got
isn't the first time that he's injured somebody, and this isn't the first time somebody's tried to get inside the chiller. I'm just saying.
He's multiple
Let's-
mouths. I'm gonna go in through the mouth.
Z-
That's
least-
a good entry point.
Yeah.
Alright, but we'll get to you when we get back to your turn. Right now, let's resolve Katya's turn.
How far away am I from him?
In the void, we go by cosmic cubic meters,
Uh-uh.
and you're
We
about...
go by clicks, I heard earlier.
For the
Yeah.
That's
For the
audience.
listeners, apparently.
That's just for the viewers.
It's
You
not
are
for us.
you are 2 clicks away from getting on to him.
Well, that's pretty far apparently. I couldn't even throw the thing that far.
A click is pretty far.
I guess next time his tentacle comes, I'll try to jump on it.
That's my plan.
Alright, so as you're looking, you see that there are plenty of tentacles all over this dude, and they're like thrashing about.
Just gotta pick one and
You
jump.
need to just pick one and jump.
I pick that
And-
one and jump on it.
Alright, so give me an athletics roll.
Whoa, that was hard roll.
11.
Hard roll.
You do amazingly well. You realize
Right?
he's basically Gaston looks at you and says, all you have to do is make a decision and get on to him, and then I will get into him, and then we will attack him. And you're like, whatever, dude. And you just run and jump, and you're on a tentacle now, running towards the main form of the entity.
My plan is to explode inside him.
Stormfront.
Through
You
the
are
mouth.
floating on one piece
In
of
his mouth.
debris.
I'm
You
going
got
to
your feet
explode in
underneath
his
you.
mouth.
What do you do?
Good thing we edged
I
it.
have no clue.
You see her jump onto this thing. You see Gaston's back in his suit, like waving his arms around, but you can't hear them at the distance you're at.
Yeah, you
And,
can.
and you see me crouching on the rock, concentrating really hard on something.
Are you still like leaking?
Just do something.
Yeah, I do seem to be leaking a bit.
Follow your gut.
Try to make it over to Patty to see what's wrong.
Okay, so just give me a roll for basically you're doing speed movement and you're just be jumping from one piece of debris to another to try and make it to him.
Basically.
Or you can
12.
Awesome. Yeah, you're doing well. So by the beginning of the next turn, you will be able to make it to him.
Nice. Good job.
That's good. Interesting.
All right, so
Like dark blue or red?
no, like pinkish purplish, violet.
Pinkish.
That is the color of the void lightning, yes.
That is the color of the void
The
lightning
void!
that strikes. So basically, what you see is Ellie Stormfront, and she's like leaping in the air, and then like her whole outline kind of becomes a shadow as void lightning strikes in the distance, like but behind her, and she's just like this. Man, that looks like the cover of a Frank Miller comic book.
That was crazy.
It was awesome.
Wait, is that the new cover?
But like
for
an
the-
old cover, not the
Dark
new
Knight
cover.
Returns. So she's just leaping from like thing to thing to make it to you.
Is that the new cover image for our podcast?
Yes! We'll call it Stormfront. Alright, so she's making it towards you.
Front of the cover.
Now, everybody go ahead and give me a roll for intelligence.
Oh dear.
Like none of that.
Okay, I am Gaston. I am intelligent. Oh yes, I have rolled a perfect roll.
I got one.
Classic.
9? Alright, Gaston?
I have rolled a 14.
Oh, wow. Shit, son.
I am super intelligent.
You're French after
I'm
all.
French. I've hidden it from you because I did
What
not
did
want
you
to work.
9.
9, so both y'all got 9.
5. Told you, I have 0 intelligence.
Alright, so basically as you're leaping from platform to platform, you hear a strain, like all of the voices that are coming out of all of the mouths covering this thing hit a similar frequency and resonance at the same exact time that start to pierce into your ears, and you have a killer migraine. Like the both of you, you're turning more liquidish,
Okay.
and she basically is starting to get a nosebleed, but you're able to maintain yourselves and focus on what you're doing, just not with any kind of pleasure.
Me or
Yeah.
me?
Gaston,
Gaston.
as you were standing there, you were like, why is everybody acting funny? I
He's
feel
always
nothing
like
at all. Because he has no mind.
Oh.
This move
No,
attacks
I
the
am
brain.
intelligent.
However, Katya, maybe because you are so close to the entity running on his tendril, you actually feel a overpowering migraine as you lose your footing and fall onto the tendril. You are just laying there now.
Hold on.
In this, you basically cannot react to save yourself on the next turn.
Me?
Yes.
You will
Basically,
not
you lose a turn. So basically, you're being put into a unconscious state for a moment.
Bullshit.
Okay.
Stop.
You're stunned. Yes. All right. And inside your head, all you're hearing is like all the languages and whispers that every once in a while, some of it sounds like English or some of the languages that you've learned in your travels, and it's just telling you to give up.
Okay.
Patty, top of the turn.
I am going to. I feel like after he told us that we need to attack this thing from multiple angles, I'm gonna see if Shadowfang can get out to go and grab help.
Rather than heal you.
Shadowfang's only really good at teleporting and fighting.
And you have one hit left you can take.
Yeah.
So your first thought is to have him go find help.
Yes. Because if he can bring help,
Oh, you
some of
didn't-
that help could be healers. Which
Okay.
might help keep me alive. Or bring me back.
That can happen. You and he have two separate turns, you know.
Oh, okay.
Because he is your sidekick, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. You have two separate turns.
So I'm going to send him first. And then I'll try to heal myself while I'm waiting for him to get back.
There you go.
He doesn't have his own edge, does he?
Nope. He does not.
That's a 5. 3 on the dice.
5.
Yeah.
He materializes outside of you, right? And you see where he would normally just kind of like dissipate into a new realm. He teleports himself. He shudders for a second and then is instantly still right beside you and looks as baffled as you.
Seems like he's stuck here. Okay.
You are all tethered within whatever this space is.
And that's going to stress me out enough to try and heal myself for sure. Cool.
It's cool the new neat.
9, 10 minus 1 is 9.
Okay, so no, it's not.
Cool is not the same as neat.
Awesome.
So I got a 9 to heal. I'm guessing I've managed to reach out to something.
So as you reach out, you realize that there is some form of liquid base to the Dark God. And you begin to draw off of his moistures.
Moistures of a god.
Alright, so at that, you get double of whatever your normal healing is at the level that you've rolled at. So if you normally get a 1 here, it is 2. If you get a 10 plus, the 2 becomes a 4, based upon the fact that this is God moisture. It comes with a little bit of psychotic depression.
That's going to be fine.
We'll see.
Been there, done that.
I don't have a brain either.
Alright, so you've managed to spend your second turn at least finding out you can't teleport away, and you can heal yourself by sucking on God moisture.
Yummy. I passed that information along.
Alright, Gaston.
Oh,
What do you do?
I am going to try.
You see that Katya, she's on the tendril. You saw her jump away
I
from you
want
onto
to
the
be on
tendril,
a tendril.
but then you saw her immediately go into the fetal position, and she is just laying on this tendril. She has not been tossed from it.
She'll probably be alright her next turn. I will jump onto a tendril too. Wee.
Do it.
Oh, I have to roll for that.
Yes, you do.
Do you think that Gaston is a fourth wall breaker?
He could be.
He
In
turned to
his
the camera
hypothesis.
and said, I'm rolling now.
Oh, God.
I got a 8 plus what? What are we doing for?
Speed.
I got an 8. I'm Gaston.
Alright,
I'm
so-
on your tendril.
You managed to get onto the tendril.
Now I'll crawl up your tendril and explode in your mouth.
There are mouths on the tendril.
Oh, there are? Is this for me?
You mean mixed together, or shoot one here and one?
Blending it in. Alright, so you managed to get onto the tendril, and you are a little bit shaky on your feet, but your light-footedness, because you're a gas man, you're able to maintain yourself and continue to run on the tendril. Alright, and Katya, you continue to lay there groaning as you're basically just seeing all the worst things that have ever happened in your life.
Oh, no.
It's like the worst night terror you've ever had. And just memories of horrible, horrible things.
Not going back to the black room.
Basically. Alright, and Stormfront, you have made it to Patty, who is basically like, I feel better. You should definitely try drinking God juice.
Noted.
Don't drink the god juice.
Don't worry. Tastes great.
That's good.
Okay.
Tastes great.
Less filling.
Tastes great.
No sugar.
Tastes great.
Less filling.
Liquid death!
No, what's funny is Lion King 2 took that commercial, the Coors Light or whatever commercial it was.
Miller, or this one.
Yeah,
right
Miller.
here. Like,
So
this
they
little
took
kid.
that in Lion King 2, and Timon and Pumbaa in the background of one of the scenes are arguing over whether grubs taste great or are less filling.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Ellie, what do you do?
Don't know.
Where are you? Are you on the
She just landed on the same rock as Alma.
Patty, you're there with her if you want to help her.
Yeah.
Brainstorm.
I think we should like try to all.
I tried to reach out for extra backup, and we can't get out.
So I think we should try and like regroup, like all get
From the same tendril.
or
Uh,
rock or whatever.
Gaston said to attack from different angles
Oh,
because it's working off of one mind, even though it's got many mouths.
So maybe y'all stick together because you get like you're a distant. Do you have any more explosives?
I do.
So she's distance and you're
So-
explosives.
So far, the only thing I have crit failed on was the C3, so I don't have any more of that. But I do still have C2 and grenades.
can
That's
his,
how to storm.
He has eyeballs, right? Put a thing in his eyeball and blow it up.
his
Some
mouth?
mouths.
Just put it in his.
Well,
No?
then his tongue might could knock it out.
Put it under the tongue.
Put something in his mouth and blow it up. Put something in his eyeball, like
There's a lot of void lightning around.
Yeah.
multi-attack.
Sure.
But that's like her attack. It's like
Yeah, just lightning something.
I could, if you want, on the next turn, I could give you an assist by throwing explosives for you to hit, but I don't have a turn left this
Yeah.
turn. So this turn, you can
lightning his eyeball.
Lightning.
do another.
Somewhere.
Aim for something squishy like an eyeball.
Sure.
The biggest eyeball. I'm sure sending they're different.
I don't remember eyeballs.
Yeah, he has infinite eyeballs. It was described.
Well, that's a lot.
I don't know if it was described to us or the
There's a lot of
viewers,
mouths
but
and
I
a lot of
heard it.
Okay.
There was a lot of eyeballs.
I don't know if it was described to us or the viewers, but I definitely heard it.
Don't remember.
No, you said that.
These are doing so good.
But you have a million and they just rolled a one.
Seeing how I created him, I don't remember him having multiple eyeballs, but okay.
He has an infinite.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What'd you roll?
5.
She rolled,
Total.
She rolled snake eyes.
What?
That's worse than the other one.
I know.
I rolled 6 the first time.
That's
Her
what I
other
did when I
one
used
was
my
like a
edge,
1
too.
and a 3.
It's almost like this god has contact with the luck god.
All right, so you reach out.
Bullshit.
As you reach out, you try to refocus the void lightning at T'Chillick, right? You're trying to hit him in an eyeball.
As one does.
And basically, as you begin to refocus that lightning in, he's not distracted by anything, sees you instantly, and then the lightning itself, he just stares at it, and it refocuses into you. So that's going to strike you for 1 damage. You are shocked.
I am shocked, sir.
Shocked, I said.
The results may shock you.
Let's not let that happen again.
Alright.
Agreed.
Alright, so let's see. Everybody go ahead and roll dexterity.
Except for me, am I still in the fetal position?
This would actually be a dex save that you can take because you already missed your last turn, so you're coming out of it now.
Okay.
Oh my god! Are you fucking kidding me?
Remember the whole game where she didn't get hurt at
Oh
all?
my
Like,
god!
through an entire campaign, she doesn't get hurt at all.
That is
What
that is
even
6
is
dice now.
happening?
This is, she keeps, all of these are in jail. All of these.
They have all rolled ones.
Is it
She's
just
got
dexterity,
snake eyes every
or
time.
are we allowed to
Yes.
get durability?
No, this is dexterity.
Just
This is
dex.
crazy.
So that is a 8.
8, alright? And you failed, I got that.
3. I started off so good though. I had a 14. My first one
Durability?
was a 14.
Dex.
What's that?
Speed.
Oh well, then it's 4.
9, 8. And Gaston?
That's not
I'm gonna roll again. Did I roll already?
No, you didn't.
Alright.
Yes,
That's and what is it based off of?
Speed.
Why is everything based off of stuff that I'm low in?
I don't know.
So that's a
Because
6.
the gods are against
I'm
you.
dead now.
Okay.
It's not that bad.
So,
You're dead.
Patty and
Gaston.
you're still on a platform, right? You didn't actually jump onto it. Okay. So you started moving about. What you see is as all of these mouths open up and shriek at the same time, each of the platforms start shredding apart. Not breaking apart, shredding apart. Almost as if they're fractures in reality, cracking and falling into different ways. As that happens, you see it, and you and Shadowfang... You said it was Shadowfang?
Yeah.
Okay. You hold on to the platform that you're on, and he manages to help you maintain yourself. As you look to your side, and you're like, oh shit! And then Ellie starts floating
Floats away.
off. Katya actually comes back to her senses as this occurs, and just grabs onto the tendril that she's on. She's just like, screw it, I'm here, and just hugs on as hard as she can, and he does not fracture pieces of himself. So
That's good.
she managed to stay hold. However, Gaston, what did you get?
I got it.
5?
6.
6.
I got 6.
Yeah. So he does feel you there, and he just wiggles his tendril, and you just flop off. You can't maintain your hold, and you two are floating now.
I
Yeah.
love how anytime anything goes bad with
Save your
Gaston,
Rosa.
he's like, wee.
This is so much fun, neat.
This is all a simulation anyway.
He's like a character version of Dan. All right, so go ahead and start off at the top, Dan.
Remember that C4 plan?
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm floating.
but she's floating off into distance.
What are you doing?
Do you have a grappling hook?
I
Do you have a grappling hook? Exactly. You know how handy those are?
They are.
They're very handy.
Checks notes. I have thermite grenades.
Do you have a rope?
I do not.
You have a what?
Do you have...
I probably have a tripcord for mines.
Okay.
But I also have the ability.
Hang on to this mine.
Yeah.
Pulls cord.
I also have the ability to turn into an oceanic colossus with water that I just found out can come straight from a god.
God water.
So I'm going to try and release the Kraken.
You're the god drinker. It's almost like being the god toucher, but different.
That was a different game, but that was also fun.
That one is not recorded.
It was not.
Well, we privately recorded it.
God.
So let's hope that I roll
That's
high.
everything in our house.
This is going off of energy, but I don't have the minuses anymore. Okay, that's 11 minus 3 is 8.
Nice.
So I do manage to do it.
Not as big as one might hope, but yeah, you draw in
Not
enough.
quite as big as the monster I'm looking at.
Not even remotely. But you do get to about a 20-foot version of yourself in the Oceanic Colossus form.
Am I able to reach out and grab Ellie?
With that, you're able to reach out and get a hold of her.
Okay. Can I also reach him, or was
No.
he too far away? Okay. So I
Can't
grab
spread
Ellie,
yourself that far, but you are able to get a hold of her.
pull her back towards me.
You basically see this large, almost indigo-colored fluid
Yeah.
reach out to you and just grabs hold of you. You're soaking wet now as he pulls you back to the platform. I mean that in the most not fun way possible.
Squelches moistly.
Yes, that's the noise you hear. Squelches moistly. All right. Gaston, you're floating off into the void. What do you do?
That
That is exactly what one would do.
If only you
No,
were
you're supposed to be
gas.
going, wee!
If told me you were
that wears
normally
off pretty quick.
gas.
He already
and
did it. You
used
just
to
didn't
that.
hear him. He said, "Larsa, save me." You could implore the god. I think
Oh,
with your roll.
Jesus.
Is that what you're saying?
He's already saved you once.
Ganesh, save me. I identify with Ganesh.
Okay, but
He's not
already,
here.
Lars has already saved you once, so I'm just saying if you want to use
I
your
wanna.
roll
He
Oh, I
does.
can use my roll.
to
Wait, no, I can't. That
You
doesn't
could actually
save
just
me.
use your roll.
That doesn't save me.
You are
What?
a gas
What?
person. You are used to floating.
You could release gas in the opposite
Yeah.
I
direction.
am so stupid in my.
How are you as smart as you are?
All right,
That's what
I
my question
will.
is.
He was panicking, okay?
It was a lot of panic. You're floating off into nothingness.
I went through all the emotions.
Larsa gave me this suit back, and I got used to being a person again.
Make a roll off your energy to
Alright.
see if you can redirect
I am
yourself.
going to put myself to safety.
Poot
What?
yourself?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Controlled pooting.
Poots and boots. He is poots and
Oh, we have
boots.
All right,
sound
what is
effects.
that? That is a 6, 7, 8. No, wait. Yes.
You know, this would never happen if it was just a bunch of girls playing this game.
6,
You never-
That'd be
Oh, it would be so
Never.
much grosser.
6, 7, 8
yes, but like there
plus
would be
Energy.
3.
Yes.
That is 19, 11.
period jokes.
You do. Projectile yourself, basically, directly back towards the darkness.
Nice.
By the darkness, I mean the big guy, not the.
And now I'm going, wee, I'm coming.
Ha
Oh, yeah. Superman.
Superman punch. All right, gotcha. I
What
will
am I
remind
doing?
you that this guy is at full health. Has not been hit yet.
Oh, damn.
What
Don't
am I
worry,
doing?
though.
Somebody tried them.
What am I
Somebody
doing?
I don't know. What are you doing? You're
No,
on
what
that
was I
tendril.
doing?
You were holding onto that tendril tonight.
Oh, right. I think we should use the Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch.
Oh, I didn't pack that.
You don't have that.
That's the only way the rabbit was defeated.
This isn't a rabbit. This is much bigger than a rabbit.
More closely related to like an octopi or a giant squid?
Close to the kraken. So
Squid
yeah,
beast kraken?
very, very Scylla-esque.
Yeah.
Maybe a little Charybdis in there.
Alright, here I'm just gonna throw this
octopus,
idea out here,
humanoid.
guys.
Yes.
Should we try to talk to Larza?
Oh yeah.
Mars is my god.
Have you tried talking to him?
Of course not. He's a douche.
Are you saying that you want to try talking to
I
him?
know, but somebody should.
Okay. What do you want to do? It's your
I
turn.
don't. He really likes Gaston.
Mars,
Most people do. Even Dr. Davenport really liked him.
Yeah, where's Dr. Davenport when you need him? Gee.
On Terra Prime.
I guess I'm gonna kind of pull myself up onto the tentacle.
You're on the tentacle. Yeah.
I'm dangling, right?
No, you're just
You're just
holding
holding
on
on
to
to it because it's like thrashing.
Oh, is it still thrashing?
it. It's thrashing less. What do you want to do?
Be still, foul beast. I don't know. If we're gonna try to talk to Larza, I probably shouldn't enter it.
Oh, so far we haven't.
Wait. Let me get this straight. You don't want to injure the thing that you're attacking so that you
Well-
can talk to the other thing that's in here with you.
Well, yeah, but Larza isn't he like friendly with this thing? Aren't they like pals?
This thing is Larza's dad.
Right, exactly. So if it does not appear that we can injure this thing, should we try to like?
You
have
haven't
a
even
conversation
tried.
with Larza?
No.
We've tried. I
Only
just
one
got,
person has tried. They've just got
I've
electrocuted.
tried. It just backfired on me.
The results were shocking.
I don't know if you're going to make a deal with the dark primordial god of madness.
Why not? I feel like we could.
Unless you're mad.
Well, this is why Gaston should do it.
We are best friends!
So you skipping your turn?
Don't do that. Ooh, you could pull a Drax. There's a mouth close by.
I don't think that its skin is thinner from the inside.
It might be.
It is a different consistency, though.
Isn't there teeth?
Maybe.
No. Is there an eyeball nearby?
Maybe.
Fine. I want to try to stab in an eyeball. If everyone's like, we can't talk to Larza.
Oh. I
Yeah,
could.
I said you could
I just
talk
have
about
already
it.
passed my turn.
Yeah.
I really think we should talk to Larza for a minute. Because so far he's just.
If that's what you
monologuing
think you
at
should
us.
do, then do it.
So far he's just.
He seems
monologuing.
willing to talk to just about anybody.
Yeah, he likes talking.
So talk.
Well, I'm not gonna want to talk to him.
Oh my god.
Somebody
You're about
else
to forfeit your turn.
Yeah, somebody else should talk to him.
Alright, forfishing. Stormfront, what do you do?
Do you want to talk to Larza?
No.
You are covered in
Oh, yeah, you're moist.
unholy moisture,
You're moist.
and you're standing back on the platform with 20-foot tall Patty the Breaker,
Hey, he's moist too.
God moisture mode.
You guys are moist together. He did just save you
Yeah.
And he looks at you like with like a giant watery face that kind of like tries to smile.
Maybe try
though. You don't have any healing for yourself.
electrocuting thingy again.
Let's see if you can do better than Snake Eyes.
Don't jinx it.
Have you rolled twice?
She rolled
I
this
rolled
many.
this many.
That many?
All got Snake Eyes.
Oh my god.
It was destiny.
Woo!
Okay.
Nice. That's much better.
14.
Definitely aren't going to be able to talk to Larson now.
Alright, so basically as he draws you back in and you land back on the platform, you like try to shake out your hair and you're like, well, this is just not fun at all. I hate it. You lash out with your anger as you draw in more of the void lightning again and redirect it directly into one of the large eyes of T'Challa.
The biggest eye, right?
Yeah, one
Yes.
of the large ones. And it's just like directly into the eyeball. All right, so
I have a feeling we're
that
gonna have
was
to
what was the
hang
exact
on
score on
this
that?
tentacle
14.
score. That was a really good roll.
I actually
I
get to
think
pull
you
up my
found the
calculator.
magic dice.
The dice were paying.
Well, the first dice I got a 14. My very first roll was 14.
the dice were paying you for all the bad
Fickle
rolls.
bitch.
All right, so as you do that, like this thing actually recoils. It's like and like covering its eye with one of its massive clawed hands. It's just like
Ooh, can it be the one that? Oh, hand.
Yeah.
I thought you said. I think you meant tentacles. Sorry.
well, so it's humanoid in parts. So it's got arms and hands and a body, but it's also got tentacles coming off of everywhere.
Right.
Like these are tendrils that are emanating from it. Imagine like our good friend that likes to hang out with Eddie. Kind of oily black, but with tentacles and
He's
tendrils.
not the one with tendrils. That's Carnage.
Oh my god, just imagine a symbiote, but of like humongous size, and tendrils and tentacles coming off of its face.
Humongous.
And mouths underneath those tentacles.
Well, which tentacle am I on?
One of them.
Like logistically.
Logistically, you're on an arm tentacle.
Okay. So when he slaps his arm over, am I closer to his face now?
You are closer to his head by at least what degrees that closeness change? Yes, like hundreds of miles you just traveled up towards his head.
Hundreds of miles?
Miles.
Oh my god!
It's like you just slapped the Hulk across.
Except the
continent.
Hulk is smaller than miles.
At least a couple miles.
Think
yes. You
Godzilla
just-
size.
Okay.
He's Godzilla size.
Well,
He's
since
huge.
we're attacking it, I.
The giant monster!
Well, that was really kind of cool.
When Hulk sees Surtur
Oh.
and he's like,
Oh,
giant
yeah, he
monster,
wants to attack
and
it.
that size.
Okay, since I'm much closer to his face now, let me. I'm sure I have a knife, right? It's not like in my. It's not like in my on my sheet, but I'm sure I have a knife, right?
I narrated at the beginning of the game that everybody would have something basic like a combat knife, a sidearm, and a rifle. Yes.
Okay, I want to jump off a tentacle, use my knife. Can I have two knives?
Do you have two knives?
I don't see how it's going to make a difference. Sure.
Both knives into another eyeball, and like gravity. Is there gravity? Is there gravity in the void?
It's chaotic at
I
best.
was floating
Okay, fine.
away.
If there's no gravity, then I stick in and just start doing this. If there is gravity, then I do this.
All right.
We'll see.
Let's see how well
this
you do.
dice is going to jail.
You can roll that.
Giving me a 1 several times.
You can roll that off your strength attack.
Can it be durability?
I don't see how it would be.
Well, because I'm awesome.
I know, but strength is what you're doing.
12.
Wow. Yeah. You're using the momentum of the moving hand and actually leap forward, and that momentum stays and actually seems to increase
Nice.
as you slam into the eye that he's not covering and just start stabbing into the tear duct area, which could hurt like hell if you had a fly that was just like eating at your eyeball.
I'd also make it leak.
Right. All right.
This is what it's like.
That's
when
actually far
God's
crazier
cry.
and productive than I thought it was going to be.
This is what it's like when gods cry.
All right, so
Yeah.
that's what you decided to do when that happened, since you saved your turn. And
Oh no. That's heavy.
excellent. He says, "Ouch," in very god language. So, Patty,
Yes.
He probably
you're
said,
going to
"Shit
roll
Yep.
your
Durability. Okay.
Durability save.
That is a 11.
Wow. Good job, sir.
Thank you.
As you're standing there, you're like, "Me water monster." You see these tentacles and tendrils that now latch up onto the platform that y'all are both standing on,
Uh-huh.
and it starts pulling you in closer as more tendrils start to reach and grab onto you. And you can feel that he's trying to draw the life essence that you stole from him back.
Ooh, tug of war.
And you basically go, "No!" and manage to keep hold of all of that life force essence.
Nice.
And immediately trigger your response because you're at the beginning of the next turn.
I'm going to try and drain it of more essence.
Grab onto that tendril that's grabbing onto you and just like trying to suck it dry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen animated bad movies about this.
That went about that well.
I saw a lot of those when I was 20.
That's going off of my energy.
Yeah.
Okay. So. This one.
You should have a
Plus
girls' night
one.
where you just
Got
do gaming,
4.
and then we'll see how many.
Yeah, I
push-ups.
can't even help you there.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, as you start trying to draw it back more, it gets that hold that it's looking for, and it manages to drain from you.
I opened up the pathway after.
Right. So that's going to be a 1 from you,
Okay.
and that's going to give you a -1 debuff moving forward.
Yes, it already did.
All right. And you also have Shadow Flame. If you want to tell him to do something, use your sidekick.
Okay. Yeah.
You're playing 2 people
Oh.
right now.
On the reaction? Or
Oh, I
on my
have a
That was your
sidekick
turn.
too.
Oh, that was my turn?
Yeah, I just narrated.
I forgot I have a sidekick.
Oh, I thought it was since I critically succeeded with the 11.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I don't know.
Um,
I thought that
Gonna
everybody was besides
try-
your sidekick.
You did have a crit success, though. You can do that.
I have a sidekick.
What?
I mean, I don't know, can it be Takeshi?
Do you have a sidekick?
Yeah, I just level up and got a sidekick. I forgot about it until you said it's about Shadow.
oh yeah, Takeshi is her sidekick.
Yeah, say Takeshi's
Yes!
been her sidekick
He's
like
here!
for the majority of
You
the
can
game.
narrate that. Yeah, he can show up.
Yay! Okay, I forgot. Sorry,
So-
Takeshi, I forgot about you.
That was the critical on that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So give me your turn and your dog's turn.
I'm gonna have okay. I am going to use my Woven Insight
Yes.
on Chilik, which gives everyone a +2 going forward. believe it says
Is that on every roll?
+2 against one target
He would be one target.
per mission. And
This is your Woven Insight, right?
yes.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna have Shadowfang bite onto the tentacle that I'm trying to pull water from
Mm-hmm.
to try and basically help me. He's basically assisting me in trying to drain back what I just lost.
Okay.
So essentially he's just countering this -1.
So the Woven Insight starts by rolling.
Oh yeah. The Woven Insight just start. It's one of my honest mark things. Is that an actual move from me? It's top middle.
Yeah, it's
That's an actual move from me.
once per mission. You can do Shadow Leap or you can do Woven Insight. So that would be a roll. So you would need to roll Int to basically get your Woven Insight going.
Okay.
And then, but that's a once per mission thing. Actually, it's a token, I think, because you just got it from the goddess.
Yeah.
So you can use it as a token that you burn because you can only use it once.
Yeah.
So if you're using it to basically use against this guy, he's the only guy you can use it against.
Yeah. I did use it in the fight outside.
This is a new session though.
Yeah.
So that's fine. But like for this session, this finale, this is all you can use it for.
T'Chillic is the only one that I can use it on. Yes.
Alright, so then you can initiate that, then he can bite hold of the tendril. You're using him basically as a help function so that you can roll to absorb the moisture.
Yes.
Alright, so this is actually counting as a dehydration,
Dehydration drain.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Because you're trying to hurt him while.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay, I'm tracking.
So I've got a -3 +2 to this roll.
So everybody gets a +2 buff against T'Chillic now, you understand?
Nice.
That's right. So I've got
Technically, we get a +2 against the big bad.
Nice.
so against him right now, I have the Woven Insight plus my energy that is canceling out the dehydration drain and the injured and the -1.
Nice.
So whatever I roll is straight.
Straight roll.
Are we going straight through?
8.
That's really good.
8.
Yes.
Alright, so as I said before, it would be double whatever you got, so that's 2.
Yeah.
And you do damage to him, just not as much as some people have managed to do.
Yeah.
But you can visibly see like this tendril seems to be like shriveling,
Okay.
almost like you put salt on a slug and add water.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Alright, Gaston, you are Superman jetting directly
I'm
towards
jetting,
him.
yeah. Yeah, it's
Sounds like a motorboat
It's
coming.
a higher pitch sound, I think. It's like a like that.
Okay.
Hey Gaston,
Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to point out, and I didn't really realize this until Tony had drawn your character. You drew yourself with a gun.
Yeah, I have a gun. It shoots gas.
It shoots gas. His knife also shoots gas,
Yeah.
just in different ways.
Like if you see how the gun's attached, it's attached to my suit.
Yeah, it's just different ways for him to port himself out.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is the weapon. What do you do though?
Bearing
I'm
in
flying
mind that you have
towards like
+2
some sort of
buffs.
like opening that I can insert myself into.
His head-like area
Yeah,
has a mouth.
Yeah. I want to shove my gun into his mouth.
Your entire self can fit.
All right.
It's a huge mouth.
It's huge.
So you just can float into it yourself. It's kind of like, think V'ger at the beginning where they're like going
Oh
into V'ger
yeah,
and
I
it's
know
humongous.
V'ger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so big.
He was misunderstood. No.
So you want to fly into the hole.
I don't think T'Chillic is.
Huh?
You want to fly into the hole.
So I'm gonna do a what's his face? Drax. I'm full of Drax.
Go inside and blow yourself up.
And he's like, ah ha ha!
Here I am.
I got my gun in one hand, my knife in the other.
All right. So I'm going to say that you're able, because you did really well off of your flying maneuver,
Yeah.
you will be able to get inside the mouth.
I'm going in.
What are you doing when you're in there? Are you doing explosive gas? What are you doing?
I'm gonna take my suit off.
So you're
gonna get
trying to
naked.
roll for gaseous form?
Gaseous form. And then what I want to do, I'll just give you all my goal plans. You're the,
This is your full plan.
well, you're
He's
my
God.
you're my God friend.
I am your God.
I'm telling you that, okay, I want to divide myself into like 3 different gas parts. And then have each gas part go to a separate one. And then I'll have another gas part that like
So 4 different
finds
gas
a
parts.
way to exit. Well, I don't want to tell them. So
You
then I'll
just-
have a 4th one. Like
The escape.
escape somewhere.
Well, the other one's a blow up.
Yeah.
We're
So
tracking.
you want to make explosive counterparts,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
maintaining yourself that can get out.
Yeah.
Alright, so first thing you need to roll for is your actual gaseous state.
Gaseous state.
To make sure that you can maintain yourself.
Alright. You gonna blow on this for me? I need your luck. Thank you. Oh, I felt the luck go into the dice.
It's the love dragon.
Okay, so that's 6, 7, 8,
Falcor!
9, 10, 11. Put that 3 on that.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
this
his
is
2.
this is well
you
that
already
doesn't
have
count
his
because I'm not attacking.
This is your full plan, is to attack.
Okay.
He's giving you +2.
So
and he
now I gotta
buffs you
recount
down.
because I forgot where I was. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, the luckiest of all the numbers.
That is the luckiest of all the numbers.
And yeah, I think we're done there.
Alright, so that you've maintained gaseous state.
We're
and,
like trifecta of gas, and then we all
and do we even still have your...
I don't know.
Well, the gaseous state just gives you that permission to make that. Sustained gas existence. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're not going to have to roll again
Yeah.
to be in gas state. You are in gas state. And then IES.
Let me see the IES.
Is that the individual explosives?
Where's explosive gas manipulation is EGM. IE
Was that where you make all the different parts to be able to control them?
one of them's the like just like pumping gas. I think it's the explosive gas manipulation is what we've been using, where I would pump gas into something.
Yeah, just a
and
little bit of it.
And this is basically the same thing, but I'm just pumping as much gas as I can without
Without
my
running.
suit.
Well, fairly, you have managed to make yourself,
So,
and you are starting to form your 3 kamikaze
so to
cells.
explode that gas, I'll need to roll.
That'll be a different roll, but right now
It'll be a
you are,
negative. It would be a -1 on
you
it.
have left your suit and become the full
Full gas.
realization of Gaston, and you are starting to form 3 duplicates of
Yeah,
yourself.
I want to strategically like one gas goes to the heart, one or tries to. Yeah.
Basically, what this is going to mean for you mechanically is each turn that comes around to you, you're going to be able to. You're going to skip your turn, but you're going to be successfully making 1 duplicate. So by the time you get 3 turns around, you'll have those 3 duplicates that you're going to be able to turn into bombs. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because you're having to concentrate on this. And as long as nothing devoids you of that concentration, I'm allowing you to successfully make those duplicates.
Okay, I'm making duplicates. I'm inside.
We'll count this as the first turn, so you just need 2 more turns to make the other 2 dupes. Okay? Deal. Alright, Katya, you are in the eye, holding on to your knives.
I'm gonna keep stabbing it.
Alright, give me a roll for your strength at this point then.
I'm a really good one.
Those ones?
Six. A 7, 8. So you did +2.
That's true.
Did you
Alright.
add the +2, John?
Yes.
He did.
Okay.
So you're managing to stay in there and hold on, but one hand being able to hold on so that you don't fall, the other one is like what you're using to stab and shank with. And you're just continuing to do that. And as you're doing that, you're like, damn it! If only Takeshi was here! And then this energy starts to tear and form right next to you as you see two slashes in reality, and Takeshi jumps through using his void energy to find where you were lost in the void. And he says, Konnichiwa! Katya! I have come to save you!
Save me already, bro.
I have always been the one to save you! Alright, so what are you going to have me
You
do?
just liked it that I grabbed your sword from when we first met.
I love it when you take a firm hold of my hilt.
Port me to another eyeball. So I can stab it.
Alright, so his ability would be running off of energy, but what you're basically going to do here is you're going to roll it based off of your highest stat, because that would most likely be his highest stat.
Finally, and he gets rolled through ability.
Oh, you're rolling
His stat.
as you're rolling.
Alright, I want to use this.
Oh, you're using it.
Like, why are you giving it to him?
Oh, because I have.
He has figured it out.
He's my Monopoly banker. It's a 6 on the dice. Did you add in the +2?
11.
Alright, so yeah, you start yelling at him, just teleport me to the other eyeball! And he's like, hey, grabs hold of your hand and then just slashes his sword again, and the two of you appear actually underneath where his hand is, covering the eyeball that was struck by lightning. And you're in there now, like you're resting like on top of his eyelid. You are underneath where his hand is covering the eyeball. All darkness in here except for the glint of yellow that's like emanating from his eye.
Okay, I don't want to be in his eyeball though, to be clear.
You are on the eyelid,
Okay, that's.
underneath where the hand is,
I don't want it to be
standing
like
in front of the
eyeball.
eye. But you have teleported there. That has happened successfully. Ellie, what do you do? You're still on that rocky ledge with him.
I am holding one of the tentacles, and it seems to be getting drier and drier.
And we get it on
The tentacles.
+2.
And there's a wolf made out of black gaseousness that's like going.
On the tentacle.
Just keep
Try
Yeah,
shooting
keep
something with
exploding.
lightning.
All right.
Keep it up.
You do get a +2.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Awesome. So yeah, basically,
How do you keep rolling really well?
I only rolled the. I have a +3, +2.
Oh.
the buffs work.
Yeah,
All right,
I only
so-
rolled a 7.
You look back up at him and you see like the hand that's covering the one eyeball that you already struck. So you're like, screw it, I'll hit the other one. And you just like start commanding the void lightning, and it's like pulsing back in towards that eyeball that's free,
Wait, there's free eyeballs?
not covered. The eyeball that's not covered. So basically, as this happening, he's like stumbling back in empty space, but he's just like, all the mouths are screaming at this point. As that occurs, everybody go ahead and roll an intelligence save.
You.
Do I need to roll that? I don't know, I'm rolling anyway. That's a good roll. I wasted that roll.
I'm listening to Shadow. Shadow's giving me a +1, yes?
I just rolled the exact same thing.
Cool. That's a 7.
Nice. All right, John, what'd you get?
I got 6 plus 4. That's no plus 5. It's 11.
Nice. Gotcha.
11.
Ellie?
13. Do we get the +2?
When you
That's
attack.
only
when
when you're
you attack.
attacking.
Oh, okay, then 11.
All right, so Patty and Ellie basically get the nosebleeds again,
Sure.
while Gaston, inside the mouth in full gaseous glory, is experiencing nothing, even though he's in the depth of where the screams are coming from. He's just like, his gas is
I
like
don't have ears.
reverberating and just
Yeah.
tickled. Katya, inside the hand, is like sheltered away from all of it and just doesn't hear it at all. All right, so the screams of insanity passed by you, giving some minor damage to some of you, but not really, just keeping you off your game.
My turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what we're gonna do... Gaston gave me a bad idea.
Uh-oh.
Oh God, don't do it.
Do it.
Oh my God.
Gaston has all the greatest ideas. They always
Does
work in
he?
his favor.
He almost died.
Almost always.
He did get ripped apart a few times. And there's that one time he almost died. A different way.
Yeah. What's the likelihood of a bad thing happening if I join myself to the body of water inside of a chaos god?
Oh my God, you would really be the god toucher at that point.
No.
You'd be touching him really intimately.
Alright. Alright.
I'm trying to basically...
You want to fuse with his water,
Yeah,
and then what? Like draw yourself back out?
pretty much.
What if you roll poorly and lose control of yourself and then you just die?
This is kind of like what Hydro did to that guy when he was trying to heal him.
It's kind of like how heroes die.
Well, it really grossed Hydro out in the future. But don't worry, I won't tell him about this.
Let him make his own mistakes.
Yeah.
Sound like learning. Alright, go ahead. I guess this would count as...
Technically dehydration drain, I guess? Or would it be more of the Oceanic Colossus
This
pulling
would be like...
from all of his water?
Right. This would be the Oceanic Colossus basically trying to fully become, like what he just did. You're trying to fully become
Okay.
your altered state.
So, got the -3, -1, +1. So, it's a -1 on whatever I roll.
Got it.
Wait.
Also, I want you to recall,
Oh yeah.
there is also this.
Shadowfang can be helping.
This is a help die just from y'all being in each other's presence. So if somebody could help you, like she just struck him in the eye
Yeah.
with bolts of lightning that could distract him, you can use help benefits from your fellow teammates.
Ooh.
This is not changed.
I didn't realize I could use another assist outside of my
That's your
sidekick.
sidekick.
Okay.
I don't know that you can't.
Okay, cool.
You're
As
gone.
long as God says that I can do it, then I
And I'll
will
take
do it.
this down to a 3.
So, straight dice roll. That is an 11.
Wow.
You rolled an 11 on the dice?
Yes.
Nice.
Ellie,
That's actually neat.
you're actually standing there, so I'm going to narrate this to you. But so you just like strike this thing in the eyeball with the lightning, right? And then you look over to see him, and he's like, "Neat!" And he just splashes into the tendril and then dissipates.
What?
He's gone. He's fluid into the body of this creature.
He's trying to become one with the god. In a moist way.
No, I'm just trying to
In a
become a god.
moist way.
And the Shadowfang goes with you, basically remerges with you to give you the assistance,
Yeah.
and then the two of you merge into Chilik's flesh.
Okay.
We'll see how that
Start tickling it.
resolves.
I'm looking forward to seeing how that resolves. I'm guessing it would take more than one turn.
Yeah, kind of like what he's doing.
Yeah.
All right, Gaston Dubois.
Gaston.
You are looking at your dupe and you say, "You are very handsome." And he says, "Ho ho, of course I am. I am French and so are you." And you say, "Ho ho, let us make another one." And you start forming a second dupe
Yeah, we have a baby together.
who is equal.
What?
Help us all. And moving on. Getting out of that mouth where those two Gastons are touching each other with the third Gaston.
What?
What the fuck?
If you haven't been paying attention, that's what's going on here. So,
I didn't even.
gotcha.
think
You and
sentient.
Takeshi. I'm just narrating exactly what's occurring. You're fine. You don't have to
thinking
roll.
more
It's
like-
just it takes away your action.
No,
You
I
have
was
four
not
and you
thinking
guess.
more like they were touching each other inappropriately. I was thinking more like slugs, you know, like just.
Yeah, I thought of it as just mitosis, but he said they were making a baby together, so that's
Well,
whatever.
I didn't
By-
think. I didn't
by-
think.
by-
Of,
It's fine. It's fine. It's
I didn't
fine.
think they would be sentient,
It's
separate.
It's in reality now.
All right.
You're giving them bits of yourself so they can do this kamikaze attack you wanted to do.
He's literally just accepted this story you just told. Like, okay,
Anyway,
it's my life.
so there's inside a mouth of a dark god, there is a gas man who is making more gas men.
Watch out.
We have to get the gas particles.
But
moving
you're the gas
fast
master,
enough
they're just the gas man.
to create enough energy
Right.
to create more gas.
You're basically doing spirit bomb, but like gas bomb. You're like holding your hands up. And you're like, everybody help me!
So
Send
we
your
just have to
gas to
stall
me!
him for long enough.
Katya, you
What?
and Takeshi are on the island.
Yeah, we're
Under the hand.
keep stabbing shit, man.
Alright, so if you're just stabbing him, then you need to go ahead and roll your strength again.
What we're doing.
And then if he's using his special sword, you're going to have to roll for Void Slash, which is going to go off your higher stat.
But I roll that separately.
Yes, that would be a separate roll.
What am I rolling this first thing?
Strength. Or stamina.
13.
Wow.
$14.
Alright, so. I guess, again, I can only narrate this to Ellie. Ellie, so you're standing there on this platform and you look up and this thing's like holding its face like this with like the one eyeball where you had originally struck it with lightning. Meanwhile, inside there, Katja's just like stabbing away with two combat knives as Takeshi then like uses that time frame that she builds for him to commit a huge void slash with his amazing swords that you helped him get one of.
Swords.
What you see on the other side of the hand, have you ever shined a flashlight through your hand?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. You see this huge flash go off underneath its hand and like indigo light shining through. As he pulls his hand away, the eyeball is completely destroyed and exploding with this void energy as Takeshi and Katya are like floating now in empty space away from his face, and Takeshi's trying to catch her and teleport her to safety.
Yes, he does. He's such a good boy.
Immediately letting you know, hey, if this was a TTRPG, this would be my turn.
Imagine that. Wow. Maybe I should roll to do something.
Try shooting some lightning.
Alright. And remember, you have assistance things here. If anybody was made out of water and could additionally conduct lightning, then they could give you assistance here,
I would like to.
since they are a part of the body now.
I would like to.
Okay. What does that mean?
He's giving you a
You
plus
can just
one
roll
to your-
another +1. So you already have +2. Now you have another +1.
So you get +3.
Plus your 3 from your energy.
So plus
Sweet.
6. So don't roll less than a 1.
1, 2.
Okay, but plus
So you
all the
got a 9.
things.
You got a 9! That's not too bad. Alright, so basically you
Could have
start
been way better.
shooting the
way
lightning
worse.
into
No, I could
it.
have only gotten one worse. I rolled a 1 and a 2.
You start shooting the lightning into him, and you see that the lightning is like coursing across his body now and is causing these energy burns across his darkened flesh. He's hurt,
Is
so
it his turn now?
Yes, because I'm at the end.
let's see.
I don't like that. I don't think it should be his turn.
Oh, well, I'm sorry you
Spend
feel
every
that
time
way.
Ellie
I really lament that for you. Well, at this point, only one of you is like actively trying to invade him.
Is it me?
So
Let's guess.
but you can't. You're gonna roll a con save here.
Okay.
I thought
Me.
Gaston was trying to invade him.
He is. He doesn't. This guy is actually fusing into his entire being.
I still get the +1 from Shadowfang.
Yeah.
Cool. +1. So 8.
Nice. All right. So at this point, you avoid damage and debuff, but you definitely feel like he's pulling tug of war with you right now.
Okay.
Basically, you're trying to fuse with him, and he's trying to just absorb you.
Yeah.
All right. Your turn.
So
You got this.
this would be the part where I'll do the dehydration drain.
Yeah.
To
Basically, you're trying to remove yourself from him at this point.
okay.
To be your own dark oceanic god Colossus
Oh.
self.
He did.
Yes.
Okay.
Huh?
Go ahead.
I get the +1 from Shadowfang, which counters that.
+2 Woven Insight.
+2 Woven Insight. Can I?
She is currently conducting lightning into him that you're using to charge.
Okay.
Basically flowing it into him, so you can count that as an additional bonus.
I would like to use that bonus. So that's math.
Alright, so +1, +2, +1. So you got 4 just coming from your
Plus
Woven
4.
Insight and your friends.
-1, -1. So +2 to whatever I roll off of my energy, which is +1. So +3 from whatever I roll.
There you go. I'm holding it up for you.
Rolled 6, so 9.
That's not bad. What everybody else on the outside of him that's not Gaston sees is like a watery image basically pulling away from him. So you're seeing him split in two right now, the darkened flesh which is beginning to dehydrate and this dark water that is now like ripping away from him. So it's like a person trying to split themselves in two.
The same thing that's happening inside of T'Chillak's mouth.
Yeah. A whole different way. Speaking of Gaston, you have made 2 successful dupes and are now building a 3rd dupe. All of which you're all standing there in a circle, and one Gaston's like,
Don't.
"Hey, you Gaston!" and the other one's like, "Hey, you Gaston! No, you Gaston! No, you Gaston!" And you're like, "But I am the real Gaston, Gaston Prime. But you are all beautiful." And they're like, "We are only beautiful because you are so beautiful."
Okay.
That went a much cleaner direction than I thought it was going to. When you said they were standing in a circle.
It wasn't going to turn into an effigy. Oh, let's do a workout. Yeah.
Huh?
Let's pump some iron. They're
Get a
gas.
circle.
Gas.
Circle pumping is what she's talking
I
about.
don't,
It's
I've
going
never
over his
heard that
head.
term before.
Yeah, nor should you.
What is a circle pump?
Oh my god.
For those at home,
And
feel free to not look
removing
that up.
ourselves from the mouth yet
Oh
again.
my god.
On your next turn, you can actually commit your great big explosion in the
Oh.
mouth.
After all the circle pumping, how could I not?
Oh. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It is your turn. You and Takeshi are landing on the platform next to Ellie. Yet again, he teleported you to safety next to Ellie. And you see the dark water and the dark god basically like separating from each other. And the dehydrating god seems to have some sort of weird green gas in its mouth.
I tell Takeshi, good boy. And then I pull out my biggest gun, shoot his other eyeball.
Domo arigato.
It has so many eyeballs.
He's got like infinity eyeballs.
Exactly. I'm wounding them one at a time.
He's morphological. He can have whatever he wants to have. Tentacles,
And he's
eyeballs,
about to have a sore
mouths.
eyeball. But I wanted to do it with my big gun this time.
Alright, so you got a big gun, you want to shoot him, correct?
But specifically, the
Eyeballs.
eyeball.
Alright, I got it. You have a thing for his eyes now. Alright, so go ahead and make the
Well,
shot.
they are the softest point.
That's true. Okay, so,
Except on her.
except on her. Yeah.
My eyeballs are amazing.
So that's speed.
8. It's so much easier to read your.
I know what that is. That's a name.
Wonder why.
It's got numbers on it.
These
Not
were-
dots.
These
Pluses
were
do
eight.
I
I
get?
love my die.
Alright, so what you got? 8
How many
plus.
pluses do I get?
What is your speed?
No, these were
But I
from
mean extra
Scott.
pluses.
2 for Wolf and Insight.
I think Sean has some stuff.
Do you want to use any teamwork, like Takeshi's helping you,
Well,
or
he is my helper.
he can either help you and give you an additional 1, or he can do his own move.
But his moves are just swords and we're far away.
His moves are void energy swords. Yes.
So yeah, we should do something. He should just help me since we're far
He
away.
could supercharge your ammo with the void energy.
Sure.
All right, makes sense. So that's plus 3.
13.
All right. So yeah, he basically like holds on to your gun for a second, like holds on to the magazine, putting void energy into it and charging all of your ammo, and you just take aim and just start letting loose. As you see these little void bullets basically flying into the eyeball.
Does it
Picture.
penetrate the eyeball?
It does.
Nice.
More terrible screams, more
Picture
things
like
that you
these
will
years.
never forget in all of your years. It'll haunt your nightmares forever.
And I'm a part of it right now.
Yeah, you are. All right, Ellie, your turn. She's shooting the eyeball. There's another eyeball that's already exploded.
Shoot the eyeball I'm shooting.
That could go bad though.
I'm far away. I'm shooting from a distance. But thank you for thinking about that. That's a good point.
That's 10. 13 plus whatever. 13 plus whatever bonuses there are.
All right. Con save.
Yep.
Wait, are we sort of attacking Dan right now?
All right.
Because he's like part of the god
11
now?
plus 1 from durability, minus 1 plus 1 from shadow fang.
All right, John, go ahead and roll your explosive gas.
Did you just
Please blow the dice.
Do you still got the 2,
2
Yes.
from him.
7, 8, 10, 11, minus 1, so 10 total. Is that enough?
Just 10.
Okay.
Is it?
So,
That's not enough?
This is what everybody sees. Basically, Catch is like, let's finish this. Takeshi supercharges her shit. She starts shooting. Eyeball. He's reeling back. Dehydration going all over the place. And then you see this gas man leap out of the mouth as he goes, "You know what to do!" And then inside the body you see several different, as the body like bloats out in several different.
Oh, can it do that thing where it bloats out and explodes? Like,
Well,
you know,
it doesn't
like from
have
pressure?
as much moisture in the flesh.
As Stormfront's just like, this is it. get a moon burn, and
Why
just
are you
like
always doing
she
moon
loves
I
saying
have
it.
no
She
clue.
loves. That's
She's
what
never
she
once
says.
narrated her
He
own
says
moon
that.
She loves the moon
It's
burns.
technically void burn, but yeah.
She has never once narrated her own moon burns. This is always Tony doing this.
Yep.
It's mostly for Dan's benefit. All right, so.
Oh, damn.
Lightning striking across his form as you see the dark colossal water basically rip itself from his form, taking his own form as an oceanic darkness god thing. As the dark god T'Chillic shrieks in pain. You'll have to tune in next time to find out what's going to happen.
What?
We hope you've enjoyed this week's episode. If you did, head over to our website, SaturdayNightGamingLLC.com, for some more fun content. Also, make sure to like, share, and subscribe on all of our social media platforms. I hope you have a fantastic week, and until next time, this is Laura Hibbard with Saturday Night Gaming signing off.